Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz September 14, 2016, 10:09 p.m. Birmingham, and the topic is more EMP threats from North Korea to America. And why is it that all these countries that are communist have to threaten America? Why don't they threaten China or Japan? Why is it always directed at America? They can't hurt us. They can't beat us. And he's a kid, just like his daddy. He was an idiot. His grandfather, he was an idiot. And the guy there now, he's an idiot. They've already had 3 launches. 2 of them spiraled out of control, and 1 crashed on the launch pad. Then they had 5 underwater explosions, all in preparation of delivering an EMP to America. Let's take you back to the Reagan era. He was really sharp, and he was on top of his game when he said, what if the threat came from above than from on the ground? He said, we're not prepared for that. But if somehow we could come up with a Star Wars system, then we'd be better able to take care of ourselves. Do you believe for a moment that that did not happen? If you think it didn't happen, think again. We have the ability, regardless what country it is that sends a satellite that crosses us, and of course hundreds, if not thousands, do every day. But we have the ability to sniff them. Exactly. We know what's on them. In China, Russia, India, Israel, they also know what's on our satellites. They can sniff them. They can detect a nuclear material. And on top of that, America, we are pretty much covered, whether you know it or not. To fully finish covering America in protection of an EMP would take about $1.2 billion. Hey, Obama spends this on vacations. His wife does. So let me let your mind at ease. If they were to launch a successful launch, which they hadn't for a while, and it had nuclear material on it, and it was headed for crossing over America, we won't let it. Let me go back, and sadly, but I want to mention this. When the space shuttle blew up at 9 miles high from the ground, you never heard it. Not a sound. No one heard the explosion. That's only 9 miles up. This nuke, or this EMP bomb, would be more like 125 plus miles up. You wouldn't see the flash from it. I mean, you're talking about the size of a car. And you're talking about REAGAN style Star Wars ray gun, melting that thing in mid-flight in about 2 seconds. North Korea, every time they need money, they run their mouth. This boy does not know. They need to come out of the darkness is what they need to do. They don't know anything else. The only way this country's ever made money was through threats. And why in the world anyone would give them money is a fool. Well, it's the people that are still communists that gives the money. Just like Russia continued to feed Cuba until finally Russia said, hey, we're just throwing money in the hole over there. So they stopped. And what happened? Cuba is changed overnight, and they love it. Let's go back to North Korea. We have the ability to protect America. we're probably about 70% covered now. When I say 70, if you talk about Puerto Rico, you talk about Hawaii and maybe part of Alaska, but the center of this country, the heart of this country, including Washington, is protected. And but if they were to send a satellite that had nuclear material on it, that would be a grave mistake on their behalf. Benjamin Netanyahu said, only a fool would let a man that told you he was going to shoot you to go in the house and load his gun up with bullets and come back out and raise that gun and shoot you. He's speaking of Iran. He said, you think for 1 second we will let them build a bomb and their intent is to kill and destroy Israel and push us into the sea? Think again. They will never get a bomb. And North Korea will never deliver an EMP to America either. We are covered, guys. Jody Wolf, Expoz. Ricky H. told you it's coming this way.